How is the energy? Man, it's almost Estonian. How is the energy? Okay. It's good to have about 20 alumni in the room, so they make noise. That's good. I wanted to bore you guys to death speaking by half an hour, but they told me I only have 1 minute. And I speak as fast so you don't understand anything, so that's always very good. I just want you to tell you 3 things. First, thank you to my team, most of them here. Juan and Alexandra, who run the 2 batches. We have 12 people. We actually doubled capacity in this quarter. We went from 1 batch to 2 batches in the same city. And when you see the results, I hope you actually have the opinion that results are as outstanding our 100 investment before. Second one, more than 100 investments in Wise Guys. So I'm so happy actually that we are making a progress and an impact on the ecosystem, starting from Estonia. And the last thing is introduce the next team who is waiting for the clicker, who is going to pass it to me in a very, very random way. And hopefully it's the green one. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, I just want you to remember why we're here. We're here because we actually to convert founders, entrepreneurs, and to have great international companies. That's what drives us. That's why we get up from the bed. And that's why these guys are as passionate as we are. Okay? And introducing the first team, okay, we have had 6 teams from India in the batches. We have never been lucky. So the temptation is, let's just not get more teams from India. It's just not going to work, right? But when you talk to this guy, when you talk to Sid, when you hear what he's saying, when you see his passion, and even if the guys didn't get the visa on the first time, they came 3 weeks later and they catch up to death, it's worth that we actually brought you guys and we took the risk. With all of you, Piggy Mind, Sid.
This is all the spare change which I got from my coffee and taxi this morning. What if someone was to take the spare change and invest it for me? What if I could get some returns from my spare change? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sid, and I am the co-founder of Piggy Mind. We make sense of your spare change. But before we can actually get into what Piggy Mind is all about, let me take you through some numbers. Do you know that 42% of millennials these days haven't even started for their retirement? Do you know that 28% of people over 55 years of age have absolutely no retirement savings? That's like 1 in 3 people over 55 years of age have absolutely no retirement savings. So I have 2 questions for you today. Are you saving enough? I mean, I work for companies in healthcare, internet, telecom, and IT space, earning 6-figure salaries, and I could never save enough. And I'm sure that a lot of you in this audience are grappling with the same problem. So we came up with a really cool solution to help you make sense of your spare change. So what's the secret sauce? What's the magic? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. The next time you make a purchase using your credit or your debit card, we round up the transaction, and we save your spare change in your Piggy Mind wallet. Yes, you heard that right. The next purchase of your coffee or the next visit to your grocery store will take you 1 step closer to your elusive investment goal. What we are doing is not new at all. In fact, it's very successfully running in a lot of other countries, and we hope to bring it to the markets we operate in. We are looking at tapping into 5 million customers over the next 3 years. And with a small subscription fee from each of our potential customers, we are looking at a 60 million annual revenue opportunity. Yes, you heard that right, a 60 million annual revenue opportunity in the next 3 years. We are a team of complementary skill sets, having worked for companies like Alibaba, Lazada, IBM, and Oracle, and have 1 exit between us. So if there is 3 things for you to remember, we are a proven team, it's a 60 million euro annual revenue opportunity, and we are the spare change saving and investment platform. Now for my second question. Do you know how much your spare change has been worth in the last 6 months? Log on to piggymind.com and drop in your email ID on the landing page, and we will tell you exactly how much your spare change was worth in the last 6 months. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. I'm Sid from Piggy Mind. We make sense of your spare change.
Okay, so next team on the ground. Another idea, never let yourself go to preconceptions. The easiest thing when we interviewed this guy was he doesn't speak very good English. We don't understand what he's saying. He's never going to make it. But we never do that. Because this guy has been taking every single opportunity every day to learn something new. I have seen him as his CTO every time try to practice one more time, try to pitch one more time. And when you find people who can learn every day from their mistakes, for every opportunity to learn, you know they're going to make a lot of money and they're going to employ a lot of people. But he's going to tell you much more than me. With all of you, Sureberry, Anatoly.
Hi, my name is Anatoly. I'm the CEO of Sureberry. And today, I'm going to tell you how e-commerce could make 20 million euros as easily as if it grows on trees. Web portals and e-commerce sites like travel aggregators and real estate listings are losing out on the opportunity to monetize their traffic, simply because they don't offer insurance products. Why? Because it's difficult to create relationships with insurance companies. The development itself is expensive and takes a long time, and its maintenance is an ongoing headache. But with Sureberry, it's easy 20 million euros, just in Poland and Ukraine. At Sureberry, we provide insurance sales as a service. It means that we develop a ready-to-use software solution that easily plug into websites less than 1 hour and enables upselling of insurance products with no IT development and no maintenance headache. We are focused on Ukraine because the digital insurance started there a few months ago, and it's a huge opportunity to work in the emerging market. But we have already established the initial contacts to enter the Polish market because it's the fastest growing insurance market in Europe and 10 times bigger than Ukraine. We make money by charging a fee per each transaction. In 4 short months, we developed our MVP. We signed 3 insurance providers. We closed 4 deals with some of the biggest travel aggregators, car listings, and financial portals in Ukraine. Our first insurance products go live in June. And we target 5 clients and 50K MRR within the next 2 years. My partners and I are specialists in e-commerce and web integrations. And we know how to do it extremely well. That is why our clients love us. We are looking for 120K to reach 20,000 MRR and to be ready to launch in Poland. But we need your help to connect with insurance brokers, web portals, and e-commerce sites. So I can show them how they can monetize their traffic with insurance products. It is as easy as plucking money from the tree. I'm Anatoly from Sureberry. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So next team. We called these guys the day before the accelerator started at 23:50. And we asked them, will you quit your job tomorrow? I said, no, we need 24 hours. I said, okay, can you be here on Wednesday night in the morning? I said, we'll quit our jobs and be there. I said, okay, but you still don't have a product, so we don't give you your money until you show us the product. I said, fair deal. I think they're giving a very good run for our money. I'm here to tell you all the progress they have made down. Petty top, Martin.
Thanks, man. Hello, everybody. And thanks, Cristobal, for the kind words. My name is Martin, and I am founder of Pay Tip Top. And we help charities to collect 3 times more donations. You all know these transparent cash donation boxes. Well, I just saw those this morning when we took off from Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. And again, I had to realize, sorry, no cash. 300 million euros is the potential amount of money that the charities lose every day because people just don't carry any cash anymore these days. Having built businesses before, we decided to solve that. So today, I'm super happy to be here to introduce you to the first emotional payment terminal in the world. Please meet, this is PayTipTop. PayTipTop works with a regular contactless bank card. It takes a fixed amount of money, and it doesn't need a person to operate with it. You just tap, meow, smile, and go. This is Grete. Grete is charity manager at zoo, raising money to build a new habitat for their tiger. Grete will pay 4.5% transaction fee plus the monthly rental costs, and she's happy because now they're able to collect more donations and they will make their donors smile. By the way, Grete is our first customer from Tallinn Zoo, just around the corner here. The market is huge. There is 350 billion euros donated every year by individuals offline in the Western countries. Our beachhead market is Scandinavia, and we want to reach 10 million euros in revenue in 3 years. And people love our product. We've been in business, as Cristobal said, only for 3 months, and we already have more orders than we can produce. Mert, Tanel, and I, we're professionals. We want to help, but we also want to make real money. So this is why we are raising 300,000 euros to scale up and reach 20K MRR by the end of 2019. So please find me after the pitch. Let's have a chat and also include the cat. So PayTipTop, proven team, huge market opportunity with early traction and the grit to succeed. So join us and let's help the charities to triple their donations. Martin, PayTipTop.
Good, good. Only 16 to go. Don't worry. So the next team is actually very interesting because our first team ever from Czech Republic. But what makes them interesting is not to be first. It's actually when we met these guys, they just have lost the entire team. Actually, they were the 2 investors. I said, well, who is going to join the accelerator? I said, we will. We'll roll our sleeves and we'll actually do it. This guy has put more than 200,000 euros of their own money, has basically get rid of the team and put themselves, roll their sleeves and try to make this happen. And I'm going to tell you how much money you can make just with 1 million Czech people using their application. With all of you, and with a much better name than before. Trisbee, Czech Republic.
Hello, my name is František and I am the CEO of Trisbee. In the Czech Republic, where I live, everybody and their dog has a credit or debit card. Still, only 20% of all purchases, both offline and online, are done by cards. We still live in a cash-dependent society. Farmers markets, babysitters, vendors, merchants. Guess what? Cash only. Why? Difficult implementation, extra hardware, minimum volume requirements. These are all real blockers for small businesses and freelancers. But Trisbee is here to fix that. It's a simple app that allows everybody to accept card payments with their phone. You can also send money to your friends, you can buy coffee, or you can just pay to your yoga coach. And all you need is your phone. Experience from other markets shows that there is usually one dominant provider like Trisbee in each country with huge market share and millions of users. That's what we want to achieve in the Czech Republic first and in other CEE countries afterwards. In CEE countries, there are 100 million potential users of Trisbee. You might think it's a small market, so let's look at the numbers. Average user of Trisbee spends 50 euros per month on purchases or by peer-to-peer payments. With just 10% market share and 1% transaction fee that we take, this gives us 500,000 euros MRR potential just in the Czech Republic. And it's 5 million euros MRR in the CEE. And I have good news. We are already on the way to achieve that traction. In just 3 months from the launch, we gained 1,000 customers and 100 vendors. And by the end of this year, we want to multiply that by 10. We already have a PSP license for the Czech Republic. We have paying customers, and we have funnel of customers waiting. I know my co-founder Matej for 26 years. We share business values, but life values as well. While we believe that cash is becoming obsolete, trust is not. Because we believe into Trisbee and the team, we invested our own money alongside Startup Wise guys and other business angels. We are now raising 300K, which would help us to dominate the Czech market and start expansion into other markets. So, to sum it up, we have a PSP license in Czech Republic and paying customers. We are targeting 500,000 euros MRR, and we are ready to go fast. Thank you. My name is František, and I am the CEO of Trisbee.
So again, I'm very excited to get the first team from Hong Kong to do actually identity fraud management. The problem was when the guy was called Lukas Kowalowski. So that will be the most Hong Kongese guy I have ever seen from Poland in my life. But you know, I guess that's why they have a fraud identification security with all of us, with all of you, fully verified.
Hi, my name is Lucas, and I'm the CEO of Fully Verified. We are an identity verification service. Only last year, $16 billion have been lost to identity fraud. I wanted to understand how, so I retraced the steps and realized that poor identity verifications are at the core of the problem. It took me less than a day to gain 4 of the most popular verification providers on the market today. And the market is filled with various software-only solutions. The problem is, despite them having all the fancy machine learning, face recognition, and other types of AI, they are still a piece of cake to cheat. Sometimes it's as easy as scanning a printout of a photo instead of your own face, or using a pre-recorded video. But fraudsters, they get more creative than that and use various 2D or 3D masks. So we knew there must be a better way, and what we do is we take all the best tech there is and use it in the background, but we let a real human verification specialist make the final decision during a live video call. It's the combination of humans backed by all the deep analytics in the background during a live video call what makes this solution as secure as it is. And the regulations are only getting tighter and tighter, and companies are expected to spend $118 billion on compliance technology by 2020. Out of that, $16.5 billion will go to knowing who your customers are. And at the core of that are identity verifications, because if you don't get them right, none of the other checks matter. We operate under 2 business models. One is a full-service solution where we charge per each verification. But we also have a SaaS model where we provide the software so companies can perform video identifications using their own employees. We want to work with businesses who want to speed up customer onboarding while eliminating identity fraud. And these are companies such as banks, financial institutions, and cryptocurrency exchanges. To make all of that happen, we need a strong team, and this is me and my co-founder. We've known each other for over 30 years and have been involved in running multiple businesses together. We now have the system ready to perform video identifications and a pipeline of 1,000 companies to approach. We're backed by the Startup Wise Guys Accelerator and are working on a pilot with Swedbank and Cream Finance. We're looking for 150K investment, and with that, our goal is to perform 20,000 verifications per month in 2 years' time, which would put us at about 130K MRR. If you think you're doing identity verifications well enough in your business already, I'll be happy to challenge that for you. Thank you. It was Lucas from Fully Verified.
Thank you, Lucas. You know what's the problem with good teams? They know they are good teams. And then they negotiate 20 times to get into the accelerator. And they want to change every term because they're the best team you have ever seen in your life, right? We were actually completely about, let's give up on these guys, really. I don't want another 1% negotiation. I'm just tired. Good, we didn't give it up. There is one good thing about this team then. If you become their shareholder, believe me, they're going to defend you. and they're going to make a run for your money. With all of you, from Ukraine, JetBeep.
Thank you for the introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Oleg, and I'm the CTO of JetBeep. JetBeep is payments, loyalty, and promotions in a single tap. Despite all available technologies, retailers still struggle to personally engage in-store. And here's how it looks like today. They don't know who are in their stores, what are their preferences, and how to engage with them. And for us, as consumers, it means either no benefits or this old-school irrelevant bullshit, which at best they send to us by email or mobile. And we see a big opportunity there. Just imagine, this is me inside a store, and our technology can identify me at the entrance. I receive only single push notification with personal offers based on my purchase history. And if I don't like the offer, I simply swipe it left like in Tinder, and retailer will never send it to me again. And to make JetBeep even smarter, we have to be at the point of sale. Here, where we add the loyalty. All I have to do is simply tap our device with my mobile phone, and my loyalty automatically applied. And if I want to pay, I simply swipe this notification and confirm the transaction with the Touch ID. Voila! I just completed full in-store customer journey with just a mobile phone. So how we make money? We charge retailers 2 cents per tap. No hardware fees. Loyalty and promotions are included. And we started from Ukraine, and just recently we entered Nordic and Baltic markets. And if 10% of people in the highlighted countries will tap just once a day, it will bring to us 46 million ARR. And this is what we have achieved so far. During the last 6 months, we signed a deal with EasyPay. We also did 2 pilot projects with major retailers. And just recently, 1 month ago, we won an RFP with Nestle to install 300 devices additionally. Overall, we have 5K MRR now. And we achieved that with an amazing team. Before starting JetBeep, me and my co-founder worked closely with retailers on customer engagement. And apart from that, our team has deep expertise in wireless technologies, IoT, as well as advertising and marketing. And currently, we are looking for intros to retailers to tell more about our product, as well as we are raising 300K to reach our next milestone of 50K MRR. This was Oleg from JetBeep, and if you want to see a live demo of our product, feel free to talk to me after. Thank you.
This is a funny story, right? Because when we actually started talking to Swedbank, our partner in the fintech, said we really want to target the Scandinavian teams. So we're super excited when we get a team from Sweden applying, right? Suddenly the guy sounds very French. Like, man, this guy is not from Sweden. Suddenly he's talking about Africa. I said, what is a guy from Sweden speaking French talking about Africa? But I think you will find out why. With all of you, Fabrice.
Hi. Hi, my name is Fabrice, and I'm the CEO of Payken. As you said, I live in Sweden, and maybe you wouldn't believe me, but actually, I am from Africa. And during the last few years, I received a lot of calls from friends and relatives living in Africa asking me to buy product for them online or website like Amazon, eBay. It doesn't mean they are poor. They just don't have a bank account and a debit card. And they literally sent me the money through Western Union, and I paid the product for them online with my card. 80% of African consumers live without financial services. And I'm talking about the growing middle class who have a smartphone, who have cash, and we use mobile money on a daily basis. We decided to add a piece of magic to the mobile phone, and we created Payken, an electronic wallet that comes with a built-in virtual MasterCard. And you can easily top up the MasterCard with mobile money, mainly used in emerging countries to store, receive, and spend money with just your phone number. If you don't know what mobile money is, think of it as a prepaid SIM card, and we use the balance in your SIM card to top up the MasterCard, and then you can buy online all around the world. The same system can work in Middle East, South America, and obviously in Africa. And we're going to start in 4 countries: Ivory Coast, Ghana, Cameroon, and Kenya. And just 4 countries, we have 66 million internet users. What about if we add Nigeria, South Africa, and many other countries in Africa? Basically, we are bringing the next millions of customers in the global e-commerce industry. And we charge our customers €1 per month. If we reach only 2% of the market share in those 4 countries, this can bring us €1.3 million MRR. Recently, we got an agreement with MasterCard in order to produce the virtual card, and we integrated all the mobile money operators in the 4 countries. We invested just €500 in Facebook ads, and we got 11,000 followers. 2,000 of them already pre-registered in our landing page, of which 250 businesses. We have a team, and our team can achieve that. We have experience from financial institutions in Europe, tech companies. We know the market. We know how the people there behave, and what are the expectations when it comes to financial services. We are looking for 250K to establish our presence in the market and start getting market share, invest in our technology, and be ready to scale. So if you are an investor and you want your money to bring a huge change in the life of millions of people, you can come talk to me after. Thank you.
So one thing we tell our investors is that we are the first guys on the ground in any country that we target. Because coincidences actually happen. So I was actually in Armenia after mentoring in the American university, and I was with one of our startups, and I ran into this guy. They know each other. I said, what do you do? Oh, I'm doing a startup. Oh, okay. In what? In fintech. Oh, okay. So we run an accelerator in fintech. Oh, okay, good. What do you do? A PhD. Oof, no, thank you. The guy didn't leave me alone for 2 days. When you find a PhD that can hustle his way up, you never let it go, because that combination is rare. But let his currency tell you what he's going to hustle around the world in the FX space. Currency.
In 2014, I was working in KPMG, and we were auditing one of the biggest financial institutions in Armenia. The company had the best year in their history. Everyone was expecting big bonuses and increase of salary. Suddenly, overnight, central bank raised currency rate by 30%. And this company went from the best year in their history to the worst year and was at the edge of bankruptcy. Hi, my name is Vahagan. I am the CEO of Currency. I have one takeaway from this story. Currency is one of the riskiest and most expensive financial assets. As much as 90% of spread, which is the price to convert one currency to another, is risk, and only 10% is profit. Basically, when you are exchanging your money with a traditional financial institution, you are paying for market volatility, not for the real product. Introducing Currency, which is a business-to-business FX exchange marketplace, where businesses swap foreign currency in pre-arranged transactions. By bringing buyers and sellers into one completely automated marketplace, we cut volatility, and as a result of that, drastically reduce FX fee. Unlike our competitors that are charging from 3 to 5% for such a simple, non-value-adding transaction as currency exchange, we are confident that with 1.5%, we will make huge difference for our customers. The market is the biggest market in the world, with over 6 trillion transactions daily. And only in small country like Latvia, where our company started its operations, the daily transactions of currency is 30 million. We launched our MVP. We went through the acceleration program with Startup Wise Guys, and we have a partnership with Swedbank. We pre-registered 50 customers and by the end of the month, we'll have 300,000 of order. We are looking for partnership with financial institutions, and we will be raising 280,000 in Q4. We are a business-to-business FX exchange marketplace with huge market and ready-to-scale operations. Thank you very much. My name is Vahagan. I am the CEO of Currency. We are disrupting FX market.
So when we met this guy, we thought he was serious, dead serious. But we have one thing we didn't know he was able to do. Was he capable to dream big? Was he capable to go beyond a small idea and go bigger? Well, he has thought so big that has pivoted completely from fintech to SaaS. And he's going to tell you how all of you finally will not be leaving your jobs because the company will be taking care of you and the culture of the company. With all of you, Motiva.
Hi, I am Ansis, founder and CEO of Motiva, and I have a question for you. Have you ever thought about leaving your job because you just had enough? Maybe you felt underappreciated or disconnected or just stuck. So attracting and retaining talent is one of top 3 concerns for businesses today, and companies are spending millions on employee benefits to tackle this problem. But it's getting only worse. Because to retain the young talent today, businesses must adapt to the needs, expectations, and motivations of this mobile-first generation. And we started our journey to deliver employee benefits via mobile app. But in conversations with customers, we learned that the problem is much deeper. Problem is not benefits, it is company culture. This is why we pivoted, and Motiva is company culture app. It provides tools to build a magnetic company culture. Businesses use it to connect employees with gamification and encourage appreciation and peer rewards, which is super important to the young generation. Also, empower employees with actionable management reviews and run structured internal communication. We asked businesses, what would motivate your employees to stay longer? 1% salary increase, or a magnetic culture, and culture is the answer. And we charge only a fraction compared to 1% of salary. It's tiered pricing, 3 to 6 euros per employee per month. A customer with 1,000 employees will give us 3K MRR, and that gives us great market opportunity, as there are 22,000 medium and large companies in Baltics and Nordics, and we aim to get 10% of the market to reach 25 million euro revenues. And we've already started the journey. We self-funded MVP and qualified several leads with 100 to 2,000 employees. And we got recognized by investors and grants. And we are the team that will make it happen. I have founded and sold 2 tech companies. And Dita, she developed insurance business in 8 countries. And Juris was coder and then really great team lead at largest telco in Latvia. To sum up, our experienced team has qualified leads and self-funded solution to the growing problem of keeping employees. And now we are rising 250K to reach 50,000 euro MRR. And if you know someone who's about to leave his job or whose company culture needs help, please tell them about Motiva or catch me later and I'll be glad to talk to you and talk about the reasons why people stay and why people leave. I'm Ansis from Motiva. Thank you.
So when you have been doing this for 7 years, yes, some of us are getting very old doing these things. The first batch, somebody wants to do a revolution in CRM. The 4th batch, somebody wants to do a revolution in CRM in telecoms. The 11th one, somebody wants to do a revolution in CRM from hair salons and hairdressers in Ukraine. Give me a break, right? There's no way you're going to do that one, right? Well, we're stupid enough and brave enough to trust people who is going to harass his way from all the way from Ukraine to get all the hairdressers of Europe. With all of you, Nestor, block note up.
We live in a digital era. However, there is a huge industry where all of us are the regular customers. But 90% of this industry is still offline. Hi, my name is Nestor. I am co-founder of Blocknote app, and we do a simple and easy-to-use CRM for beauty salons and hairdressers, bringing them to the digital world. Recent IBM study says that average return on investment for CRM could be up to 245%. And this is exactly how much we are better from our main competitor, a pen and paper. But beauty salons are not using CRMs because they are too complex and could not solve their business needs in an easy way. So we at Blocknote app are focusing on 3 core features, which is simple scheduling, data reports, and task automations. That's it. But this is exactly what our customers want from us. Now in EU and Latin America, there are 750,000 beauty salons, which is close to 300 million in annual recurring revenue. And in 5 years, we are going to digitalize 50,000 of those businesses. After a successful pilot in Ukraine, we proved that the same customer acquisition model works in Brazil, Mexico, Portugal, and Spain. So we choose Spain as our next top priority market. Spain today has 25,000 beauty salons. And within the next 18 months, we will have 2% of this market reaching close to 20,000 MRR. Now we have 57 paying businesses in 7 countries. We receive 10 to 20 registrations every single day. Our MRR is 1,200, and our unit economics works just excellent. On every euro we invest, we received 8 euros back. Now it's the time to scale our marketing machine. I have an amazing partner. We worked together for the last 5 years. We both from tech industry. He's a software engineer, and I have a business development background. Now we are looking for 250,000 to enter Spain, localize our product, and set up customer support. Here's the 3 core things I really want you to remember about our company. We have a global product from day one. We prove our sales model in several countries now, and our unit economics is just excellent. Let's be honest, technology is not that easy for all of the people. So let's help together this 90% of offline businesses to embrace the power of a digital era. My name is Nestor from Blocknote app. Thank you for your attention.
So actually, this next team, Wallace and I met them in TechChill. So they're actually very interesting business, but there is no way these 2 ladies are going to leave their 6 kids behind in Moscow and come here. They're just going to say yes, 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 but they're not going to show up. I was so amazed when they left their life behind, they left the husband take care of the kids, and came here and said, we are going to run this business. We're going to make it successful. With all of you, the brave and only Lavit.
Hi, my name is Natella, and I'm from Lavit. I've been working as a tax consultant for the last 7 years. And it was 3 years ago when a friend of mine, his name is Greg, and he is CEO of online gaming company, has come to us with his pain. Greg's company was selling games to 20 different countries, and due to new legislative approach, Greg's company had to register, report, and pay taxes in every country his customers were buying his product. We helped Greg, but we charged him 5,000 euro for all this compliance paperwork. Greg's company, like many other companies that sell digital products, such as games, software, music, ebooks, and many, many others, have to be compliant with 57 different tax regimes. And it's a huge headache. So we asked ourselves, can we use technology to automate the process to solve this problem and scale our business? And the answer was yes. That's why we found Lavit. Lavit is a tax compliance platform that provides one-stop shop of VAT calculation, reporting, and payment in 57 countries. As a user, you only have to integrate your online shop with our API, and when the tax deadline comes, you simply press the button and receive perfect tax forms ready for submission. You can also submit and pay your taxes directly to the tax authority through our web portal. Now we onboard our first users who are constantly surprised how simple the tax process is. Lavit is able to reduce time spent from 1 week to 5 minutes every quarter, as well as 70% of tax compliance costs. We charge a monthly subscription based on the amount of taxable transactions, and of course, we have 1 month of trial period. Our market size is 6 billion euro, but by 2020, it will be doubled due to the extension of VAT destination principle to physical goods as well. And we have an amazing team of 4 founders with 15 years of deep tax expertise, and even our CTO shares our passion about taxes. Now we are looking to raise an additional 200K for further development of Lavit with focus on European market. So, if you're struggling with a tax headache or are looking for a business to invest in, we are definitely the right team for both of these purposes. I'm Natella from Lavit. Thank you very much.
Very good. So the next story goes that wise guys didn't like Lithuanian teams. Actually, we waited until batch 8 to finally get one team, Weltrado. So every time we get a Lithuanian team applying, we get very excited. But then they told us, no, but the guy is actually Belarusian. That's okay. But the guy is actually doing B2C. Shit. Oh, let's convince him to do B2B. Because if he's from Lithuania and doing B2B, I'm sure he can actually come to Wise Guys. And he said, yeah, let's do B2B. I think we can actually do much more than we're doing with B2C. But probably Pomodoro, Alex can explain you much more.
"23 minutes. This is how much it takes for an employee to recover on task after being interrupted by colleagues, boss, wife, phone, social media, your inner impulse to check the Instagram account every few minutes. For a mid-sized company, it can cost more than €1 million per year. And we know how to solve this problem for a fraction of a cost. Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Pomodoro app. We empower users and employees to regain control of their time and to focus on completing the tasks. Pomodoro is a desktop and mobile app that applies time management, for instance, Pomodoro technique, if you know what I mean, and eliminates the distractions by blocking certain websites and notifying the world, including the colleagues and your boss, that you are busy at the moment. You are not available because you are getting things done. For now, if you use any of these guys, you can start right now, but don't get me wrong. Pomodoro is not a task management tool. It's rather a layer, a time and distraction management layer on top of your existing task management system, of your workflow. So if you can use it right now. But if you don't want, you can use it as a standalone app. We created the system for our own. We, as a team with 16 years of web development experience. We created it, we know how to grow it up and how to sell it. We deliver it to the world, and surprise, the world loves us. We were addressing the consumer markets only before, but now, with the help of wise guys, we are switching to the business-to-business market. We got some traction on the consumers market, and now we are converting these users to the B2B because people just bring our solution to their office and offer the companies to pay for it. Our business model is quite simple. We charge per seats, but now, with this conversion, we increase our average rate by 10 to 20 times. Now we are looking for 250,000 euros to even improve this conversion to B2B, then to increase our audience by localizing our application to non-English speaking market, and to deliver the enterprise features we already delivered to our 10 pilot teams we are testing now in the United States, Scandinavia, and Baltics. But you cannot, if you don't believe me, just grab this link, give it a try, create your account. With this link, you will receive 2 months of free, most advanced account of our system. And let's regain control of your tasks and time together. Remember, about 23 minutes. I'm Alex, Pomodoro. Thank you.
So the next team is a good example of persistence. We told these guys no in batch 7, said you are going to fail. And we were damn right. They fail. But, so when we were looking at the list I said, who the hell got Oricon again in the list? This is coming from 2 years ago. It's a mistake. So no, Cristobal, talk to them. These guys have really turned around. They're doing something different. This time they're going to make it. I think we were right. This time they're going to make it. With all of you, Oricon.
Hello. My name is Alex. I am CEO and co-founder of Oricon, intelligent software for small construction companies who dream big. And actually, this is a construction site. It's a beast. It's a very complex system where all people, resources, drawings, tasks come together to make big things happen. And I spent 15 years on construction sites. I started as a site manager and ending my career as technical director. And just believe, there are a lot of stress and extra hours. Why? Because everyone is afraid of delays. It can be expensive and lead to bankruptcy. And actually, one of my UK company went this way. Why? Because the top companies can use expensive software, but unfortunately, small ones do not. They still use this real bad set of tools, and we fix it. Oricon is a one central system with the single dashboard for everyone for project forecasting, cash flow planning, and collaboration between the team and other 100 contractors. We help to them collect data, analyze it, and predict some few steps for decision and actions. And we are charging a flat fee per project per month. And it means if our customer grow, we grow. And in Europe alone, there are more than 50,000 construction companies who are perfect fit to Oricon, and they're looking for solution. Why? Because we've got traction. Yes, Cristobal, right. We failed. But we launched our pilot 9 months ago, and for today we've got 12 paying companies, 3K MRR, and one important thing, that our clients manage 2-3 projects at the same time. And thank you for my team. We are experts in construction, we've got success in business development, and our IT professionals love what they're doing with the Oricon. And to continue our success, we are looking for seed round 250K to boost our sales in Nordic and Polish markets, and of course, continue our product development. Thank you so much. Just 3 things that we've got the pivot. We are experts. And if you believe, like we believe, that we can help for small construction companies dream big, please come to me and talk afterwards.
So it's very easy to demand startups to actually swallow their pride and apply again, right? The test comes when the startup told you, no, we don't need you, and they apply again because they actually fail. The key question we have to ask is always, what have you learned? And we always have one discussion about this thing about, can they think bigger? They've been around for a long time. Can they think bigger? Can they think differently? And I think when you hear his speech, and many of you maybe have heard it before, but with a much better name, they will say, man, these guys have changed a lot. And we're very proud that we have done it together. With all of you, formally, cost control.
Check, check, test. Hi, I'm Martin from CostPocket. Now, 60% of the people in this room, you're here in Estonia, you're in a business trip, because you're in a conference. And when you're in a business trip, you better be very careful with your receipts, because if you lose your receipts, you're not going to get your money back. It's even possible that your company will have to pay more in taxes. Boy, I have good news for you. Introducing CostPocket. Our app's so easy, even musicians use it, and they go like, wow, it's an easy app. It's available for iPhone and Android. We have all sorts of integrations available with all sorts of accounting software. You can send emails in. You can send in like Uber, Taxify, Airbnb receipts. and we will create you this precious PDF or Excel report that you need. Now, if you want, we're going to read the registration code, company number, VAT, registration code, document number, date, currency, sum without VAT, from the receipt for you. You can have it all for €7 a month, fixed price. Or you can pay 40 cents per receipt in a pay-as-you-go model. If you want, for €3 a month, you can use our self-service and digitize the receipt yourself with the help of our text recognition tool. There are 1.3 million SMEs in the Nordics. Within 3 years, we want to service 26,000 of these companies. This would bring in a revenue of €500,000 a month. Within the last 3 months, we've doubled our revenue. We now serve 110 paying customers. It's €2,100 in recurring revenue. We also recently signed our first big corporate customer, Tallinn Technical University. On averagely, our customer acquisition cost is 5 times smaller than the lifetime value of these customers, so we've figured out how to make money with this. Basically, you could say that we're like Expensify for Europe. But in Europe, you need to read 7 fields from the receipt, not 3. You also have different countries, legislation, currencies, languages. That's why the penetration of most US-based expense management apps is very small in Europe. Our app is also much more focused to the needs of accounting agencies. So you can look around, but I will promise you that it was very difficult to find a group of bigger receipt nerds than we are around from here. If you could ask for one thing, we could move much more faster if we'd have another developer. So that's why we're raising another round of €200,000 to hire a developer and to boost our sales in Scandinavia. Download CostPocket today, use the code Latitude59, and get first 2 months of the service with half the price. Thank you. I'm Martin from CostPocket.
When you meet the next guy on the street, and he tells you, I'm only going to talk to you 5 minutes, don't believe him. He cannot shut up for an hour talking about his business. He breathes some passions. And he's only the only guy who can pull out to actually pitch with a hat on his head. Because to do that, at least you should be working with Beyoncé. I think actually that's what he's doing. With all of you, PiBox, Ivan.
Okay. Hi there. I'm Ivan from PiBox. And do you know those guys? It's, who is it? Someone knows? No? It's Jay-Z and Beyonce. And they are sound engineer and producer using our tool to collaborate and make great tracks. We're making collaboration platform for music producers and engineers. To make average track, you need 30 versions of each track, more than 10 people discussing all the time the mixes, and thousands of micro edits need to be made before the final release. And music production teams are working like this. They're using basic solutions like Dropbox, Gmail, messaging apps, even phone calls, and it's a huge mess in the workflow. So we came up with a solution for them. It's called PiBox, a single platform for them where they store all the comments or the mix edits files in original studio quality and can even use the streaming between studios to streamline the music production process. So producers, as I said, using basic solutions like Dropbox, WhatsApp, and so on to communicate. 2 of solutions are more audio-oriented, like Splice and Blend.io, but they are more for project storing and sharing, and we are combining all of it, communication, sharing, and management. So we are charging subscription, starting from $50 per month for smaller producers and up to $150 for bigger studios. And we have enterprise custom plans, which include cloud storage and members inside. And this market is really huge. It's more than 1 million producers who make professional, and engineers also who are making professional work in this sphere, and more than 10 million artists, musicians, podcast makers, even music teachers are using our app. So it's a 1 in 6 billion opportunity for PiBox. We have already launched. We have 40 paying customers. Most of those are producers and sound engineers of top names like Lady Gaga, Jay-Z, Chronicles of Narnia music engineer Lil Wayne. So we think it's really great market fit for it, and we must be first. Of course, we have experience in music production to find this problem. I have 12 years in music production as a music producer. My brother Paul have deep connections in the music industry, and our CTO develops storage solutions and high-load services. So now we're raising 150K to reach to 10K of MRR and to be a first movers in the music industry. And of course, we've been proud to be a part of Startup Wise Guys batch 10. Thank you for your attention. I'm Ivan.
You know what's the problem when the next team can actually be my kids? Actually, you look at my age and their age, they actually could be naturally my kids. So we met these guys when they were even younger. They were actually the first year, second year of college. We said, we love these guys, but what they're doing is not scalable. So it was amazing to meet these guys 2 years later. I said, we found a way to scale this business. But we're still actually going to be the youngest team in history in Wise Guys. With all of you, from Tartu, SmartBent.
Hi, everyone. I'm Josep. I'm the CEO and co-founder of SmartBent. I'd like you to think about the last time you were in a meeting, where the air was so stuffy that you got a headache, or the last conference, or why not this one, where the air quality was so bad that you started to feel claustrophobic. I know that you've all been there. But it's funny because the indoor climate hardware has seen wonderful improvements over the past decade. But I'll tell you, the software that tells all these devices what to do usually looks and acts something like this. Or, if you paid a lot of money for it, you'd get something like this. So, yes, people are figuratively running Windows 95 on their brand new iPad. But what are we doing differently then? Let's consider John. John's a facility manager of a real estate company. He's responsible for keeping the operating cost of the buildings low. And he often gets numerous phone calls, emails from angry tenants who are complaining about the indoor air quality. And then, if he wants to go and make some changes in this building management software, he can do it behind one computer in one single room. So how do we help him? We allow him to access our software platform from any device anywhere in the world. And we give the tenants a way to give feedback in a way that's actionable. And the best part, the energy bills end up being lower. And just by delivering these basic features, we help John avoid this stuffy situation. However, we know that the future lies in controlling buildings in the most intelligent way possible. And that's why our roadmap includes implementing predictive control algorithms and making our integrations into buildings faster. And yes, there are similar startups in the world doing this, but we are the only ones in the European market. So over here, our main competitors are traditional automation contractors. And the business model is really simple. It's a software as a service, and we charge based on the area of the building. And at this stage, it's €1 per square meter per year. We already have 2 pilot customers, and we have 4 pilot buildings running with them, and we are also in talks with some pretty big names in the Baltic region. And by the end of this year, we want to grow from 4,000 square meters of control space up to 40,000 and reach a monthly recurring revenue of €3,000. And the market in Europe is 2 billion square meters of office space alone. The team behind it, we're a 5-member team. We've known each other for 6 years already, and as Christopher said, we started working on this problem in college. But starting from this year, we're all full-time, and yes, we're the youngest team to be accepted into Startup Wise Guys Accelerator. And yes, this fall, we want to raise our first round of funding, 150K, in order to improve our sales, implement predictive control algorithms into the platform, and improve the speed of integrations into buildings. So guys, I'd love to talk to you afterwards. Come and find me. Thank you very much.
So we are very good, I don't know why very good, but it happens that in Wise's history, we have a lot of brothers, siblings teams, have a lot of wives and husband teams, but we never have a son and father team. So I'm so glad when we met this guy, because 2 things. It was going to be the first father-son. Secondly, it's making me look really young, and I really appreciate that out of you. So with all of you, Symporter.
Here, and yes, I am the old guy. I'm not a mentor, and I'm not an investor. I'm a startup guy. In fact, My company is called Symporter, and we do predictive analytics for fast-moving consumer goods. And it's not my first rodeo. I've got 30 years' experience in consumer products. My first startup was a toy company 20 years ago, and we grew really fast. In fact, by our 5th year of business, we were doing over 80 million in revenue annually. But we had this one problem we couldn't solve. There was too much guessing in our sales predictions. So we were always out of stock on that hot product, or we had too much of the slow mover, like that. That's a photo of my actual warehouse the week I ran out of cash, the week I had to close my doors and go bankrupt, the worst week of my life. And we're not alone with this problem. McKinsey did a study, and 94% of companies use guessing in their sales forecasts. And they're wrong more than half the time, so they're losing billions. So we decided to fix that. Symporter has more accurate sales predictions because we run machine learning on both regular sales data and also social media data. So we're getting inside the head of the consumer for better predictions. Not 50% accuracy like the old way, but 90% accurate. So marketing managers use it end-to-end in the supply chain. You know, which products to bring in, how many units to take, what to do with sales, marketing, and advertising and promotion, and when to respond against competition. So we're empowering them to make better decisions. And in the world of fast-moving consumer goods, there today are over 35,000 companies that are making bad sales predictions. And we want to get 10% of them on our platform. That would be 3,500 companies paying our SaaS of $2,000 a month on average. That would be a 7 million MRR company. That's pretty exciting. We want to be an 84 million ARR company in about 5 years. So joining me on this mission is a terrific team. As Cristobal said, my co-founder, Dylan, is actually my son, the first father-son team out of Startup Wise Guys. And he was working for a Google-funded lab, and he had already launched his first platform. But, you know, I'm a father. I'm protective. I rescued him from Google. What a great guy. And our co-founder, Eddie, our CTO, was with Lenovo doing machine learning. So I rescued him, too. And together, we launched this application late last year. We came to Startup Wise Guys, and within a matter of months, we got to 10K MRR with these really great clients. And they like the product, and they're using it all the time. And in our pipeline, there's another 130 prospects, both in the US and in Europe. And if we can close the standard 6% of them, I think we'll hit 25K MRR in the not-too-distant future. So we need your help. We're raising $300,000 in seed later this year. And with that money invested in marketing, we think we can get to our next hurdle of 50K MRR in about 18 months. So if I could ask you to think of 3 things about us. The father-son team, I think you can remember that one. And I think you'll probably figure out that I'm the dad and the other guy is the kid, but some people get confused. We have 10K MRR, and if you know a product company or a retailer who could use more help, make better decisions and make more money, please refer them to us. We can definitely help them. I'm Tim with Symporter, and thank you.
Okay, so last but not least, we met this guy in Tech Chill, and he came I said, man, he might be talking about something really interesting. I have no idea what he's talking about. So for 1 hour and a half, he was drawing something really smart, no idea what the guy was talking about. But luckily, my uncle used to work in the European Space Agency, and I asked him, does he make any sense? He said, those guys make a lot of sense. Don't let them go. So we called the guy. I said, when can you be here? He said, in 4 days. 4 days? Are you coming by bus? He said, yeah, I'm coming from bus from Siberia. You know, I'm not coming back until we are successful, so I want to take a look at the scenery, you know, for the last time. So with all of you, Simon from Hive.
Hi, everyone. We live in the world of machines, autonomous tractors, trains, self-driving cars, ships, drones. All of them use GPS satellites for navigation. But this navigation must be super accurate. 1 centimeter. It's mission critical for big industries to know the location of their equipment with this much precision. Size matters, right? All of these users in order to achieve this positioning accuracy, need to access a correction station. This station is deployed on the ground and works within a range of 100 kilometers. There are thousands of them. There are thousands of them in Europe, and they're all owned by governmental or commercial data providers. And this all complexity creates a huge headache for the user. How to find a station, how to connect to it, who is the owner, what equipment is there, how should I sign a contract? And these questions pop up again and again each time users want to start a new project. And by going through all of them, they lose time and resources. We saw that and created Hive. Hive unifies the market and brings all of the data providers and all of their correction stations under one roof, and they're all available in one place, marketplace. And our business model is simple. We take 50% of each contract signed within Hive. The market is almost 5 billion euros and is going to grow twice by 2025. And we can go for it. We've built the system before. Back in Russia, our team contracted more than 100 data providers whose 500 stations cover 1/3 of the world's biggest country. And now is the time to go global. And we can do that. We created a company in Estonia specifically for that purpose. We have a great team of mathematicians building positioning algorithms, computer scientists, information security professionals, engineers who doesn't want to do anything else but build Hive. And I want you to join me along the journey. Hive needs an access to correction stations owned by government and commercial data providers. We are looking forward to collaborate with the companies who are building machines for the future now. Drones, robots, unmanned systems, and vehicles. This is how the future is going to be. Amazing. And if you want to build it with us, please come talk to me after the show. Thank you. I'm Simon from Hive.
All right. Thank you very much. That was everything. I think we did 9 teams very well. Can we get a round of applause for everybody? Woo! Just want you to remind you one thing. There is one thing, one sentence that investors love. You know which one it is? Keep me posted. Okay? I know because I was actually in batch 7 looking for money. And they told us, keep me posted. Well, batch 7 graduated 15 months ago. Today, they are worth already 2.4 times their initial value. So you don't want to pay 2.5 times more in 15 months of these teams. I would advise you to take a hard look right now and invest right now. Thank you for my team. Thank you for all the startups. Thank you, everybody.